What is up, future millionaires? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Ellie Talks Money. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about some lessons, okay? Some money lessons I've learned since becoming a seven-figure business owner, and some money lessons that you should learn right now so that you can get there even faster than I did, okay? I always want to make sure that you guys are set up for success. I love to share my journey and my experience in building these and building my businesses and what I've done so that you can repeat some of these processes and go even further than I have, okay? So we're gonna go over 3 money lessons right now, and listen, these are going to shock you, all right? Grab a notebook, grab a pen, and let's get into these gems.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
All right, y'all, welcome back into 3 money lessons I've learned since becoming a millionaire. And let me start with the first one, okay? Bank accounts are not your friend. Savings accounts are not your friend, okay? That is probably the biggest lesson I've learned, because I was definitely the type of person who I used to check my bank account every day. I want to see it in there. You know, I also want to see if a magic $100 appeared when I was overdraft. Like, I was the one to just always be checking the account, believing that saving was better than investing. Now I've definitely learned that, you know, a bank account is a place to store your money when, of course, you need it for bills, you need it to run your business, but it is not the place to go to save your money in such a way where you believe it's going to build wealth for you. You cannot save your way to wealth. You can only invest your way to wealth. So I've really changed my mindset where now me having too much money in my bank account gives me anxiety. I need to always remind myself, okay, instead of letting it just pile up in the account, it needs to move. It needs to be invested. It needs to go into some kind of asset. It needs to go at least into a high yield savings account. Because let me explain to you, typically your bank account right now, your savings account is probably giving you 0.01% interest, maybe 0.025. which is nothing, right? At the end of the year, I think last year I got $1 in interest, $1. So that's not doing anything for you. If you are going to save, have a high yield savings account at least. Those can give you 2.85%, sometimes even 3.85% depending on the account. You can find high yield savings accounts everywhere. ALLLL has a great one. A lot of online banks have really good ones. That is the key, right? So yes, your bank account is important for making sure that you have access to your cash, right? But ultimately, it is not the place to house your money. It is simply a place to keep it, to be able to use it. But as far as saving it, you're going to get so much more bang out of your buck from a high yield savings account or from investing. And so that brings me into my second lesson that I've learned, which is money is a tool. And you guys, right, I grew up with a single mother. My mom and my dad did the best that they could to make ends meet. And I went to a private school from a young age. So I learned really young what money looked like and what not having money looked like. And I know that I've had to really unlearn a lot of lack mentality around money, because I grew up with there not being enough money. So those are always my thoughts. There's not enough. Oh my gosh, even though I've made this money, is it gonna be enough? Right? And this created anxiety, where what I've learned now, and also what I've observed from being around other, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10-figure earners, is that money is a tool. And there's always enough, right? There's always enough. And when you're using your money as a tool to go out and make you more money, it cannot end, right? We think that the way to have more money is just to keep it and not use it because we don't want it to run out. But in fact, that actually makes the money leave, right? I want you to think about it as money's job is to go out and reproduce, to go and make more money. So using it as a tool, you use money to go and buy an asset that can make you money. This asset could be a house. It could also just be a vending machine. It could be a throne chair that you start running out. You use it to go acquire things that can make you more money. So you should shift your mindset like I did, and instead of thinking, oh, I gotta keep this money, Instead, okay, how can I use this money to go out and make me more money? Because for me, I used to think if I buy something, now that's money lost, right? I'm not going to get that money back. But the lesson I've learned is to shift that and say, okay, now that's money that I've used, that I've invested, that I've, you know, put somewhere that can go and multiply into more money. So again, these assets, houses, cars, even just an investment account, that's money's job. And that's definitely a huge lesson I've learned, and I still work on it, right? Sometimes I still go into my lack space and I'm thinking there's not enough, am I gonna run out? Just all these thoughts where I have to shift myself out and say, money is a tool. I can use this to go and create more opportunities, create more money. It isn't going to run out because I'm going to use it to make me more, okay? That's a huge lesson, and that's why investing is so important. So $100 sitting in your bank account is less powerful than $100 in an investment account. So I would highly encourage you guys to go open an account with Vanguard, Fidelity, M1 Finance. These are simple, even Acorns, right? These are simple, very user-friendly beginner accounts, and just putting a $50 over there, then $100 a month, then $200 a month. Going up is going to start training you to see money as something that doesn't have to just stay in your bank account for you to know it's there. Investing it actually gives you the opportunity for it to start producing on its own, and then you train yourself to see it as a tool that goes out and recruits more money, okay? That's really key, y'all. I think for me, it's a daily mindset shift that I'm doing, and you know, I would love to let y'all in on this. Like, maybe I should do a mindset class. So I want you to comment the word mindset down below, and let's have a class on it as well. At the description, there is a link to my free More Money Masterclass, where I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make more money this year with digital marketing, digital products, and passive income, so that you can have multiple income streams. And that class is free. Don't forget to add on your More Money bundle so you have all the workbooks you need for class, and that's linked in the description. So the third lesson that I've learned, and this is probably going to surprise you, but I've definitely learned that debt is a good thing, okay? And I know we grow up thinking like, oh, you know, don't borrow money because then like there's all this fear around borrowing money, around debt. But good debt is debt that you utilize to go and purchase assets that make you money. Good debt is debt that you utilize to go out and make more money. Bad debt is debt that you utilize to just go and get something that maybe makes you look good, but doesn't actually increase your income. That's the difference. So I've learned from my own experience and from, again, being around a lot of networking with a lot of, you know, high income earners and big business owners, that debt is used more than cash, right? Borrowing, OPM, business funding, business credit are used to go out and purchase things like real estate, scaling your business, ads, inventory, cars, all the things that could go and actually make you money, right? And when I say cars, I don't mean like, oh, let me go buy this nice car to flaunt. No, buying a car with the specific intention of renting it out and making money every month, right? That's another way to make money from buying cars. It doesn't just have to be to flaunt. And that's what I've realized. You're able to go far with debt because now, let's say you borrow $100,000. Now you have the ability to go and purchase something that can make you money over the long term, and you start making payments on that 100K versus you depleting your actual cash right now to go and use the 100K, or having to, you know, spend the time it takes to make the 100K when you can go and borrow it. And the key behind this is why I say debt is good is as long as you have a plan and you know what you're going to use that money for, you can absolutely, you know, jump leaps and bounds further in your business by having debt, by having business funding, by having capital and knowing how to use it. So one thing I would tell you guys to do right now is I want to ask you this. If I gave you $100,000 right now, what would you do with it? because I'm never going to teach you as your coach, just go and get the money and figure it out later. No, have the plan first so that when the funding comes, you know exactly what you are going to do with it, okay? So I want you to comment down below which of these lessons stuck out the most to you, and like which one surprised you. You know, what questions do you have? Now, make sure that you guys jump to the next video on my channel so that you can learn some more, and I will see you guys in the free More Money Masterclass. Bye.